Okay, so maybe I can talk about introversion versus social anxiety. I think I talked about that last week in the episode that got deleted. So I don't actually, I've heard the term introverted a lot, but I don't actually know if I am. Because I feel like I've had social anxiety ever since I was in middle school. And I guess when I was a kid, I was shy. But I think being shy and being introverted are different too. The way everybody always describes introversion is you get tired or drained when you're around in social situations. And I feel like I do, but oh no, I wanted to talk to her. Oh no. Now she's mad. I don't know if it's just the anxiety that makes me dislike being in social situations, or if it's the introversion that makes me, or maybe it's like a cyclical thing where I was introverted, so I avoided social situations, and then I got anxiety because I wasn't in social situations that much. I don't know. I don't really feel like I'm that introverted. I guess people always say like either you're introverted or you're extroverted, but I think I'm probably somewhere in the middle, if it's like a spectrum. Can I make this and this? The audio in my headphones just went out. Oh, that's loud. Okay. Just turn it down. Can I make another shiv? No. I think I'm out of stuff to talk about. I don't feel as tired as I did last week. Maybe I started out like higher energy, and I just kind of crashed like at the 2-hour mark. But I still feel pretty okay right now. I've got 15 minutes left. Maybe once I get into school, I'll be done. I had a note about anti-vax stuff. I don't know how much I want to talk about like stuff like that, but I ran out of other notes, so I think it's an interesting situation. I was watching a video online. It's called like middle ground or something, where they had anti-vax people and non-anti-vax people talk, and I think it's interesting how anti-vax kind of, I was just thinking about it, and it seems almost inevitable to happen, because it's like a risk analysis thing. That's what they were saying in the video. It's like, if you get a vaccine, your kid has a 1 in 100 chance to have like a seizure or something like that, or epilepsy. And so if you're a parent, you look at the risks and you're like, how many people in the last, sorry, this is action heavy. You think, how many people in the last 10 years have gotten measles or who have died from measles? The percent chance is probably lower than if you do get a vaccine and if you get seizures. So a parent looks at that and says, okay, I just won't get a vaccine because I'm reducing the risk for something bad to happen to my kid, which makes sense. But if everybody, the reason why the probability for to get measles is so low is because everybody gets the vaccine. So if people stop getting the vaccine, the percent chance will go up. Ooh. Okay, we have to run. This is going poorly. So just the one thing that the lady was saying in the video was like, I have to worry about my kid. I can't worry about everybody else's kid. So like, if I put my kid at risk by getting a vaccine, wouldn't I be a bad mom than not giving them a vaccine? Because if I don't give them a vaccine, they're not going to get measles, because nobody gets measles anymore. So people who argue with anti-vax people, I think, come at it from the wrong angle. They'll say to them like, your kid isn't going to get autism from getting a vaccine. But a smart anti-vax person isn't thinking that. They're thinking, there are small risks that my kid could get sick from a vaccine, which are real risks. So I think if you acknowledge that those risks are real, and then say, well, I think that's why you might have to make not getting vaccines illegal. Just because... Okay, let's just watch this.
That's not gonna hold. We'll make it fast. Grab this. to. Bill, where? Anywhere but here. You ready to haul ass? Come on.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop there, I think. Oh no, I have 7 minutes left. So I think that's why you might have to make not getting a vaccine illegal, because there is no, at this point right now, there is no real incentive for a parent to get a vaccine. It's I think in economics they call it the tragedy of the commons, which is like every single person doesn't have a reason to recycle, for example. But if everybody recycles, it would help. But nobody's gonna do it. Because it doesn't benefit you, and it wouldn't make a difference if you stopped. Just one person stopped. So one parent can say, I don't want to vaccinate my kid because there's no point. He's not going to get measles because nobody gets measles anymore. But there is a risk if he gets vaccinated that he might get some weird immune disease or like epilepsy or something. And I think that might happen if like the measles cases keeps getting worse and people start getting like smallpox and stuff. I think most schools you have to be vaccinated. To go to school. I think at my elementary school you had to be vaccinated. Definitely when I went to college, they had to check. I remember I had to get a shot. I think it was just tetanus. I guess, yeah. Just if you want to go to school, you have to be vaccinated. And your kid might get epilepsy, but like we're in a society, so like the government has to make that decision. Unfortunately, there's no better way. Because then we'll just keep going around in circles. People will stop vaccinating, people will get measles, then we'll start vaccinating again, because the probability of getting measles will go higher. And then people will stop again, because people will stop getting measles. And there's no point to that. But there are some crazy anti-vax people who are just kind of stupid, for lack of me knowing of any better words. But I don't think most of them are like that. I think most of them are just like looking at the probabilities, like, why would I vaccinate my kid if he's never going to get measles anyway? And there's this risk of getting these other diseases. You can go over there, thank you. No. Okay, maybe that's a good place to stop. Okay, I did it. Hopefully I don't lose this one, because I feel like I did a better job Everything looks to be recording okay. Two hours and 30 minutes. Not bad, not bad. Okay. See you next week.